everybody, it's Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working some magic with some of the Finetec pearl colors. I love this product. I love all the shimmer it gives. It has several different colors of gold, as well as a champagne color and a silver. We're going to be using that today on a piece of cardstock, and this is just regular, not cardstock, watercolor paper. And I'm using a wide brush. I'm just going to go ahead and start getting some water worked into that gorgeous mica. And I'm going to lay down a very fine first coat. With this, it comes out pretty fine, and I want to actually build up the color. So I'm going back and forth in the same motion, just directly across the paper. And I'm going to add just a tad bit more. But like I said, I'm going to be building this color up. So I'm going to add just a little bit more water because I want this to have a smooth finish. So I'm going to brush that on there. I'm going to grab a tiny bit more. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to go ahead and heat this. Or actually, let me just dab some of that up and clear off my table a little bit. And now I want to add just a little bit more color. I'm trying to see if it's to the point where the water has been saturated into the paper, and I can actually start building up my color. And I might have to go ahead and heat this with my heating tool because it's not giving me the look that I want. So I'm going to start up my heat gun, and I'm going to go ahead and dry that just a tad bit. Like I said, I'm going to build this color up because I really want you guys to be able to see the gold on this card. So let me just heat that up. Make sure it's thoroughly dry. Can you see that? See, it's kind of streaky. So I want a great gold base. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add some more of that Finetec down. Like I said, there's like 4 different shades of gold in here. And I'm going to use the lightest of it. All right, that looks so much better. All right, now I can get all that stuff out of the way. And one more time, I'm going to add some heat to this, just so I can hurry up and speed dry this. And then we can get moving onto the card. All right, I think that looks good. And now, can you see how pretty that gold is? Oh my God, it's so yummy. All right, now I just have a piece of white cardstock here. I'm going to slip this into my MISTI. And we're going to work some magic today. I'm going to use several products together. I'm going to use the Brutus Monroe stamp set right here. And I'm also going to use this Happy Birthday. And that is from My Favorite Things. I'm going to lay down my sentiment and my other image. But we're going to be doing something a little bit different today, instead of just regularly stamping with ink. So that's going to kind of give you a hint of where I'm going with this. All right, so I'm going to pick everything up because it's lined up exactly where I want it to be. And let me put that right back in there when I pulled it out, or I lifted up my sentiment and moved. All right, I'm going to use glue and a dry pad. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of that glue right onto that dried, or empty rather, ink pad. This is just a felt pad. I'm going to smear it on with my fingers, and now that there becomes my ink. So now I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp like I normally would if I was using any other stamp. But this time we're going to be using glue, and this is going to help us with this next technique I want to show you. So I'm going to stamp that up, make sure I get good coverage, and you can kind of see the white on the sentiment, right? You can kind of see it kind of looks like white ink, but again, it's glue. All right, so I think that looks good, and now we're going to use foil. So that's why I was using the glue. Does it make sense now? Is it all kind of coming together for you? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and gently press that down. I want to make sure, and it's going to be really tacky when I go to pull it up because, again, it's glue. It's not ink. So I'm going to gently peel that off, very, very gently. And you can kind of see it right there on the paper. Now, I'm just going to add some foil right on top, and I'm going to smooth it out. Now, what's going to happen is the glue is going to start binding that foil to my paper. All right, now I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to come over here because I need to hurry up and clean that stamp. Due to the fact that's glue sitting on there, I do not want that glue to sit there for a long time because I don't want it to ruin my stamp. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean that off with some cleaner and a baby wipe. And I really want to kind of get into those grooves so I know that all of that glue is removed. Now we can go ahead and focus back on that gorgeous piece right there. So let me go ahead and get the MISTI out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and take my foil piece and I'm going to go ahead and put it through a carrier sheet. And I'm going to run this through my MINC. Now, if you don't have a MINC, you can go ahead and run it through a laminator. Will work just as fine. So, but I happen to have a MINC. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I run it through there. And that's going to get it nice and hot. And that's going to actually start melting that, that foil into the glue. All right, here's the magic. Let me go ahead and pull that back and show you how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Super easy to do. And we stamped it with glue, right? Totally mind-blowing. Now we can go ahead and get our card together. I'm going to go ahead and link a video I did prior to this one a couple of weeks back. And I'm also going to show you how to use that glue again. It's magical. Now we can use foil with glue and run it right through our laminators or MINC machines. I mean, how fantastic is that? All right, so I'm going to line everything up on my grid so I can get that beautiful birthday sentiment down. And isn't that diamond heart just fabulous? Absolutely, just fabulous. I love it. All right, that looks great. Now let's get on to putting that card together. I'm going to grab that gold piece. Remember that pretty gold piece? And how pretty is that going to look bumped up against that black? All right, so all I have to do now is put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this piece. And our card's coming together really, really quick, right? But I didn't have to do a lot because the main thing is that beautiful strip of gold that's going to be peeking out the side in that fantastic foil sentiment and diamond. I mean, who wouldn't want an elegant card like this? It's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive right to the bottom of the silver part, oh my God, gold. And I'm going to kind of off center that on my card. I'm going to pop that down. Oh my God, I am loving, loving, loving this card. But of course, you guys know, I just can't be done with just that. We have to dress this card up a little bit with some sequins. You guys know I like to bling out my cards, and we're going to leave this one rather simple. We're not going to add too much sequins to this because we don't want it to compete with that beautiful gold foiling we have going on. So I'm just going to use a couple clear ones. And I'm going to just scatter them out. I'm just going to pick a layout that kind of looks good. Again, I don't want to clutter this up. So I'm only going to go with 3. I'm going to remove some of those off of there. And I'm just going to use 3. And this is going to keep everything clean and symmetrical on my card. All right, let me go ahead and grab some glue. And I'm just going to quickly pop these down. I'm going to go ahead and use my pickup stick because I've been having a problem lately of putting down sequins and enamel dots. I don't know what in the world is wrong with me. And every time I use this tool, I said it before in the video, I think I'm doing like surgery. I don't know why. It just always makes me feel like I'm doing surgery with a card. All right, so I'm just going to pop that one down very gently there. That looks great. And then we'll go ahead and finish off the card by popping that one up at the top. And we can slide that back into place. And I could have used gold sequins, but again, I wanted to really let this sentiment stand out. All right, you can work some magic too if you head over to brutusmonroe.com. You'll find the glue and the felt pad, and also check out the packaging. Haha, it has my name on the back of it. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Take care.